Good morning, my yoga loves. So I am day 3 post-op, and I thought for sure by now that some yin yoga would be an option. And apparently having surgery when you're 40 is like a whole different ball game. So anyways, as you can tell, my throat is still a little scratchy from the tube, whatever. So I thought, I've been wanting to do a pranayama sequence, and no time like the present. So pranayama is our breath work. It's our life force. So we're gonna do a couple of different types of breathing, which will be very good for me to help my diaphragm, and also very good for you because it's our breath that helps manage the stress in our bodies. So take a moment, get in a simple seat. There's no special way to sit. If you want to sit on a block and tuck your knees under, you can. I'm just gonna sit crisscross applesauce, and then we can get started from there. What else? I think that's a good starting place. We're gonna start with what's called square breathing or box breathing. And just like most breathing techniques, this is really good to distract the mind away from stress. And anytime we deepen our breath, it's just a relaxation for the central nervous system, okay? So the goal here is a count of a minimum of 4. We're gonna inhale for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4, pause for 4, okay? And I might not make it the whole way, but I bet you can. I bet you're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sit up tall, let the eyes close. So the intention is inward. We're bringing all of our focus into the body and allowing the body access to the systems that will help it be safe and whole. So inhale for 4 counts. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Okay, so it's obvious that I'm struggle busing to teach this and do it. So I'm going to count it a couple more times for you verbally, and then I'll just come in the flow with you, okay? So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. As you're ready, let that breath go. Come into a bit of awareness of knowing, were there any moments of panic? Sometimes when we pause, there's a panic that we're not getting enough oxygen. I'm kind of having, some shoulder pain still from the CO2, so activating the diaphragm is sending like a shooting pain up my shoulder blade into my neck. So just coming into that awareness, right? How does the body feel when we're in this breath? I want to encourage you now to deepen the breath. So maybe it's the inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale 5, exhale, pause 5, you know what I'm trying to say. Or 6, right? Just based on your lung capacity. If you're a swimmer or a runner, you might be able to hold it longer, okay? So we're gonna come into this again, and I'm gonna join you just in practice. So take an exhale out, let go of anything that's in your in the body now, and then inhale. Do one more round with whatever inhale length you can get up to, and then we'll move to a different type of pranayama. When you're complete, just kind of do some shoulder rolls, let the neck go. And we'll come back into awareness. We're going to take some lion's breath now. So this one, we're going to take a big sharp inhale and then exhale, stick the tongue out, open the jaw really wide. So it's really good to release the tension in our jaw, okay? Okay, sorry, I just realized that I had the space heater going this whole time. So I hope that first part of the video you can hear me okay. So in our lion's breath, we're going to take a big sharp inhale. And like I said, exhale with the tongue out, and we're going to create like a small roar from the throat. So this is really good for the 5th chakra. It's good to stimulate the thyroid and also our ability to communicate effectively and kindly. So sitting up nice and tall, take a big inhale. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. So that's like step 1, okay? Then step 2, we're gonna exhale out forcefully. I kind of, in my mind, I imagine like what a dragon would do. Even though this is about a lion, I dream of a dragon. So inhale. We're gonna do that a few more times. The best part is you're not doing this on camera, and I am. So feel free, the freedom to express yourself. Big open mouth. People can also open the eyes nice and wide. It always makes me think of the Chinese art that has the smiling dragon, or sometimes it's a lion, sometimes it's a dragon, or the frowning one, right, to represent yin and yang. Anyways, when you see those pieces of art, the eyes are expressive and big and the mouth is open. So that's what we're doing here, okay? Inhale. And come back to center. You might even notice that the tongue is like, ooh, there's a stretch there. And that's exactly what we want, is we want to start opening up right here, okay? Inhale. Now, some people do add hands to this. I'm currently just focusing on getting some lung work in and a little rejuvenation, a little stress relief, okay? So you do you, whatever feels good for you, boo. Inhale. And you might even notice, right, like how at the beginning of mine, there's like a weird vibration and then it loosens up. Well, the whole hope here is that we get out whatever is there. So the exhale is even each time, almost like when we do our Om. When we Om, a lot of times when we start, it's very raspy, like oh, until we kind of loosen up the vocal cords and get the sinuses moving. So same thing here, okay? Inhale. I know you probably feel like a dumbass, and that's okay. I don't care. You'll feel better afterwards. Inhale. We're going to do that again. 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 Last one. Good work. This is a good one to do like in the bathroom at work when you're feeling like maybe you're not getting your point across, or even at home if you're feeling not heard. Go to the bathroom, do a little bit of lion's breath, loosen up the jaw, open up the throat, get your chakra stimulated so that way you can come back to center and find the words you need to help express yourself. Okay, we have more pranayama coming. Okay, so we're going to move into 3-part breath or Durka breath. And for my advanced yogi people who may be watching this, I know that we probably should have started with that and worked our way backwards. There goes baby Jefferson. We're just doing what we can. We're just doing our best. So in 3-part breath, we're going from belly expanding to the lungs up to the top of the chest. So our goal is to fill up from the bottom up. Okay, kind of like how you'd fill a pitcher, right? You start at the bottom and then it fills to the top. So same thing here. With our 3-part breath, it's a very approachable breath sequence. And so you feel that you might find this a lot at the beginning of practice of yoga. I typically jump right into Ujjayi, but it's a very beautiful grounding breath to help us feel in control and centered. So sitting up nice and tall, again, however you want to sit, I want you to inhale and expand the belly out. So really what we're doing here is diaphragm breathing, like singers do, athletes, but we call it belly breath because the diaphragm is lower than the lungs, right? Okay, so inhale, expand the belly, and just exhale. We're going to work our way up eventually, okay? Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. On this next inhale, once you expand the belly, suck in a little more air. See if you can feel higher up into the body. I'm not sure what that noise is. I'm obviously on the boat. I don't know what's happening. Inhale. Exhale. And you exhale however you want. You want to breathe out the nose, you want to breathe out the mouth. We're not worried about that. We're not worried. We're focusing on the inhale. A couple more times, coming halfway up. On this next inhale, we're going to breathe into the belly, come up into the lungs, up higher into the top of the chest. So you're really sipping in air at the end, right? Because once you have the diaphragm full and then you're breathing into the lungs, there's really nowhere else to go, and you're going to sip in a little more air at the top, okay? Exhale out. Make a little space. Inhale. And you might even notice, right? Seeing the chest elevate here, okay? Again. Again. Now at your own time with your own pace, you're going to inhale in, sip in air, and just hold it until you feel like, ooh, I've gotten every bit of oxygen out of this that I can, and then exhale out. If during these breathing exercises you begin to feel lightheaded, just pause, take some natural breath, and work your way back into it, right? Sometimes we're not used to getting a lot of oxygen, and so we get a little loopy. Okay, again. So really, this is great for me post-op, right? I can totally feel spasming moving through, and hopefully that's the CO2 leaving my body so I can finally start to feel better, right? And for you, your benefit is when we're focused on our breath, the outside world is paused. And we're here now. And that's what gives us back that sense of control and understanding that we are the boss of us. And with our breath, we control our bodies. And with that control, we control our life experience. Okay? Again. Three more rounds at your own pace. All right, shake it out. Wiggle side to side. Again, some neck rolls. And we'll make our way now to our fourth and final type of breathing technique for today. So our fourth type of breath is called humming bee breath. And in my opinion, it kind of brings the power of the Om without the full Om into the body. So some people like to cover the ears. Others like to just bring a hand to the belly and the chest. The point is we're going to inhale and we're just going to hum out, okay? So mimicking a bumblebee, essentially. Well, actually, the bee that this was after is not a bumblebee. But anyways, so sit how you're comfortable. Again, some people like to cover the ears. That stresses me out. I don't like my ears covered. Inhale, and we're just going to hum out, okay? You'll notice in this humming exhale, you might have a longer exhale than you're used to taking, and that's wonderful. So just like in Ujjayi, the focus is on exhale, here too with this bee breath, the focus is on exhale. Whereas with the 3 count breath, the focus was really on the inhale. So just different tools, okay? Inhale. You might notice the vibration in the chest. That's wonderful. It's actually great for the heart chakra. But in addition, as you begin to press the air out of the belly, we're waking up Uddiyana Bandha, so the 2 lower chakras in the belly region, right? So positive all the way around. Activation, internal activation. Inhale. We're going to keep that up. If you feel safe, close the eyes. Maybe I'll try to close the ears in a minute. We'll see. Inhale. Let's do one more together. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you noticed, like the pitch changed quite a bit for me. So that just means I need more B breath, right? There's more in there that needs to be worked out to get a more even tone. So it's exciting, right? When we come into our breath, we start to notice some areas where we have work to do. So I know this is not your typical physical asana practice, but of course, yoga is more than just the physical practice, right? And pranayama is one of the major limbs. They're all major, right? They're equal. But it is one of the limbs of yoga. And so coming into our breath work is an important part of coming into our practice and coming into a way of being that is representative of yoga. So I appreciate you guys. Of course, as always, please like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, and I hope you have a beautiful day.